Hi, in this video, I will show you how to make this bear with your embroidery machine. You don't need to use your sewing machine for this, no pattern cutting. This is very simple. You put into your machine, run the design, and the only thing you would have to do at the end is a little bit of hand stitching after you put stuffing into your bear. The ribbon here is optional. You can leave it out, or you can attach different kinds of ribbon, shorter ribbons if you want to make a smaller bear for a keychain. You can even embroider a name or an initial on the bear's tummy. This is very easy to do, and you can do this bear in less than 15 minutes. So let's get started. First, you need 2 pieces of the body of the bear, and it calls for a 5x7 felt and 2 pieces. I have a standard felt piece here, and it looks like it is it's 9 inches long, and if you fold in half, it is 6 inches wide. So I just use this and I just cut it in half just to make things easier. And that's what I'm going to use for the body in pink, and I'm going to use the nose in a light brown, and this one calls for a 1.5 by 1.5 inch. Just cut 1.5. And each of these squares is 1 inch, by the way. So 1.5 goes up to here. So I've got the nose, and I've got the body. So I'm going to bring this. Actually, I'm going to hoop the stabilizer in the hoop first before I bring to the machine. And first, you would need to hoop a stabilizer, and a stabilizer by itself. You don't need to hoop the felt on here. And this is a tearaway stabilizer. Just hand screw it tight. Okay, so I've got the design loaded, and I've got the hoop attached to my machine. This is only going to take 5 minutes if you have a machine running on 600 stitch per minute. So I've got my pink thread to match the pink bear, and I'll do the first stitch. Okay, now we got the outline for the bear. We just need to place the body fabric, 1 piece of felt fabric on top. Make sure you cover the outline, okay? Make sure you cover the outline. All the edges are covered. Okay. Then you run the next stitch. Okay, so now it would run the outline for the nose. I am going to change to brown to match the nose. I have the nose here. I'm going to change to brown thread. This stitch will run the outline of the nose. Okay, so now I am going to place the nose piece on top. And let me just cut this piece out. There's a string here. Okay. Make sure you cover the outline of the nose. So here I would trim the excess fabric around the nose before I do the eyes and the nose embroidery. I'm just gonna lift it up a little bit and just cut around it. It doesn't have to be perfect at this time. You can always trim it afterwards a bit more to make it nice and perfect. Okay, I just didn't want the eye embroidery to hit that excess corners. So I'm putting my hoop back and I am changing my thread to black for the nose and eyes. So I've trimmed the nose and attached my hoop back to my machine, and I have put in the black thread to embroider the nose and the eyes, and then I'll just let it go. Okay, so here we have done the nose and the eyes. The last step would be to attach the back. So I am removing the hoop from the machine once again. Okay, so this part is important because you have to attach the back piece to the back of your hoop. So what I do is I turn this around to the back, and then I would need to use glue, temporary glue, to attach this on. Okay, and what I use is, I'm not sure you can see that, the 505 temporary fabric adhesive. And what I do is I just spray it on top and apply that to the back piece. Apply that to the back of the stabilizer. So let me do that. I'm going to use a piece of cardboard because I don't want to spray onto my machine or onto the hoop, so I place that on. Let me zoom out a little bit here. Okay. And then I'm going to spray this little piece on my felt. Spray a bit of glue. Okay, take that cardboard out. And I want to make sure my fabric covers the outline of that bear. Press it down. And now I am going to put this back into the machine. Turn it around and put it back onto my machine. Just have to make sure the back piece is still flat. Okay, so here we are. Well, before I do that, I'm going to cut the thread out. I just don't like it there. It may get snagged on my presser foot. Okay. Now I put it back into my machine with a piece of felt in the back. I am going to change my thread to match the pink thread in front here. Okay, right now it's on black, so I'm going to change the thread. Okay, so now I've got the pink thread, and I will run the very last stitch. This one would take a bit slightly longer than the original stitch outline here because I'm doing a triple bean stitch. It's just going to tack down and stitch more tightly the two layers together. Okay, so I am nearly finished with this last stitch. One thing to note is it's not going to stitch the top of the head because we are leaving that opening so we can put in the stuffing. Okay, so we are done. I am going to remove the hoop from the machine and the design from the hoop. So I have just removed the bear from the hoop with my little baby's help. That's her little hand. So what we're doing next, well, we can turn it around. We got the barrel line with a little opening at the top. Next step is we are going to tear out the stabilizer. Okay, so we got that removed. The next step is to cut around the outline. Make sure you don't cut into the stitch. You can cut as close as you can, but not cutting into the stitch lines. Okay, that's very important. Okay, so we've got that. Now we're going to put stuffing through the top. Okay. Let me go grab some stuffing and we'll put it right through the top. Okay, so I've got some stuffing and I'm going to put it in the bear through the opening. You can stuff as firm as you like or as little as you like, just to give it some definition. It's really up to your liking and your preference. Are you helping? Yeah. You're helping. Thanks. Thank you. Okay. So we are almost done here. Next step is we just have to top stitch by hand. Just stitch the very top here along the stitching line. If you would like, you can add a ribbon at the top. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So I found a piece of ribbon. I am going to put that in. To close off the bear is I go all the way from the left side, hand stitch to the right side, and then go back again just to secure the stitch better. And I am done. So this is your bear. Give it to your child and let your child have fun with it. There's also different things you can do with this bear. You can hang up in the nursery. You can again put a child's name on it, on the tummy, an initial. You can put a smaller, shorter ribbons and the smaller version of the bear and make it into like a keychain. There's so many things you can do with this, and I hope you would have fun doing it as much as I do making one. Thank you very much.